Okay, so I've finished the pencil sketch and now moving forward to the line drawing in pen and ink using my platinum fountain pens. In this video, I'm going to draw using my favorite platinum pens with carbon ink cartridges, and these are platinum meter, which they call shooting star and fine nib, and platinum preppy and extra fine nib. But first, I will show you guys the image I copied in pencil. Then later, I'm gonna do a waterproof test of this platinum pens using the carbon ink cartridges. Okay, so what I did first is a time lapse of the drawing of our terrace plants. So this is a copy of the outside plants. It's like a challenge in Instagram for the 7-day urban sketch at home. But as you can see, it's quite challenging since the actual drawing of the plants is what we call or we term as draw what you see. So I'm gonna finish this for you guys, and then later we're gonna talk about how I use this pens, the platinum Preppy and the platinum Meteor. As you can see, guys, bear with me while I try to complete the whole image. I've done the half part of it, and I'm finishing up the stage of the upper portion of the terrace potted plants. I've already completed the lower portion, and I'm moving forward to the final stage of the pencil sketch. I'm gonna show you guys what I am actually copying, which are the plants that are outside the door and in our terrace. So you can see that this is the part where I've copied the 4 potted plants from the lower portion to the upper portion of. Okay, so I've finished the pencil sketch and now moving forward to the line drawing in pen and ink using my platinum fountain pens. I also drew half of it, and I first used my platinum meteor in a fine nib to outline the whole image. You can see that's in color orange or coral. I added the link where I bought this in Lazada, by the way, in the description box. You can just check it out, guys. And I'm gonna do a fast forward of the video and then wait for me to use the platinum preppy extra fine nib. That's the platinum meter. Now I'll be using my platinum preppy extra fine nib. I'm gonna start with the small flowers inside the potted plants on top, which I haven't actually finished yet. Then I'm going to move to the details of the plants below, and these are what we call the ceiling labuyo plant and calamansi plant tree. Next, I'm doing the ceiling labuyo plant. This is what we call Philippine small red chili plant. Next, I'm doing the calamansi plant or the Philippine lemon tree. Okay, so this is almost done, and I'm just finishing up on the details of the plants that we need to emphasize on this image. I'm going to erase the pencil lines that I did in the first time so that everything's going to be clean. That's finished. Here are some of my works using platinum fountain pens. I have completed 3 out of the 7-day challenge, and now 4. I will color this day 4 drawing of mine and use watercolor Lovera set. I will make a review video of that watercolor set for everyone. And these fountain pens help me a lot from the drawings. They're very easy to use and practical instead of using micron pens that are quite disposable. It's actually a different preference for every user, I believe. I bought these pens from our online selling platforms here in our country, Lazada and Shopee. I put on links in the description boxes and also read on the disclosure about these links, guys. Now I'm going to proceed with the waterproof test of the carbon ink cartridges that I used with these platinum pens. Now let us use watercolor paper to test out the ink of these pens. And then our watercolor wash bucket. It has 3 layers and our trusty rag. And of course our watercolor brush that we use. I am going to write first using the Platinum Preppy extra fine nib. Then I'm going to do some lines or strokes. And after that, I am going to test if the carbon ink cartridge is waterproof with water as placed on the paper immediately after I've written the words fine, extra, and platinum preppy, and some of the line strokes. As you can see here, there are quite small or minimal smudges. Then let's wait for a minute before testing again with water for the words that I've written first, which is define and some of the line strokes, and see if it's gonna do some smudging or it's gonna fade. Let's do the same thing with our Platinum Meteor fountain pen. We're gonna write the same thing and then we're gonna test it with water. Okay, so what you're gonna see here is that I'm writing using the Platinum Meteor. So disregard the Platinum Scholar that I've written. I've actually did this video first time before I made a video about the drawing. So I forgot the name of the Platinum Meteor or the shooting star. Instead, I put down Scholar. So disregard that. Just go ahead and see what's going to happen next with the waterproof test that we're going to do. What I did next is that I put in the words dark application and light application so that we can test it out. Okay, so you can see here that I put in the words after 4 seconds and then after 6 seconds, and then I made some water washes on the words that I just put in. So you'll see if it's going to be fade proof or waterproof. As you can see here in the back, I've written here darker application. It went through to the back of the paper, so we need to be careful in writing. So we need to make sure that we're going to write in a very light, subtle way instead of a darker, heavier application. It's actually my bad because the watercolor paper that I used here is quite thin, so you need to use probably a thicker paper so that we can prevent this kind of stuff. Okay, so my verdict with the platinum carbon ink cartridges are waterproof, fade proof, and will last long. You can buy these cartridges online. It's worth 199 pesos or $4 in Amazon, I think. And I'm gonna put the link in the description box where you can buy these cartridges via Shopee, or there's an option you can buy a whole bottle of the platinum carbon ink, and it costs 1,000 pesos or $20 in Amazon. Right, and I hope you find this video informative, and I do videos every Tuesday and Friday. So please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And don't forget to hit the bell button. And see you guys in the next video. Thank you.